the thing when it comes to human trafficking. It's the demand. What's the demands like? So there's not an age or gender actually.
That's not just stuff that happens elsewhere. That happens in Pretoria.
You get people in here that will not put their foot in a church building.
Hi.
When they see someone walking past that's homeless, they can call them and say, we want to bless you with free cupcake, free food.
That's not my ending tagline. It will never be my ending tagline.
You're listening to the Baascast Briefs. Just because it's short doesn't mean it can't be fun.
How's it guys, Baas de Beer here, and I just quickly want to tell you about one of my favorite little places in Pretoria. This is where I get to record quite a few of my Baascast episodes, also launching something new that you'll see here. It's just going to be very cool. But first and foremost, I'm sitting here with the owner, Gideon. Hello, Gideon.
Hello, gaan het?
Lekker
How are
you,
you?
bro.
Cool,
Listen,
man.
I just quickly have to grab you because I know that you're busy, but I just want to tell the people about your awesome little cafe that
Thank
you've
you
got
for
here.
allowing us. Yeah,
So
thank
Wild
you for
Cactus
that.
Café. Tell me quickly, who are you, what do you do, and what makes this place awesome?
So we started out in COVID. So just after lockdown, we started painting the place. It was converted from a double garage into a coffee shop. And we really felt from the beginning it should be a beacon of hope for people. And from there, everything flowed as it is. So my wife and I used to be pastors. And that heart still flows, I think, from everything, from giving a cup of coffee to people. We help people that's on the street, help them to get off heroin, build a relationship with them, feed them. We've got locals that started helping feeding them too.
Nice.
And so it's really nice. So we're trying to create a community coffee shop, where from here we get the community involved. We don't have a kitchen. We've got community members that bring some of the quiches, some of the food and everything, and in that way get them involved. We love to support the locals. That's why I never franchised or anything like that, because it's very difficult to duplicate what's happening here.
So it's not a charity, but it is a fully functioning business with a charitable angle, or is it the charity that functions as a business?
Some days I don't know. Some days I feel like a big ministry coffee shop. Some days I just feel like a charity. It's not a gold mine. It's literally just whoever you see in front of you, that's what we do. We feel we have to love the person in front of us.
That's brilliant.
And that's from there how we work and try and keep that vibe, keep that with the people here. My staff knows that too. So when they see someone walking past that's homeless, or they can call them and say, we want to bless you with free cupcake, free food. Yeah, we've got pay it forward system, so some people pay it in. And we take it from there.
That's
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
No, I mean, obviously taking a look from what you said, having been a pastor and, just by the way that you speak, is this pertinently like a religious place, or like, do you have church here, or?
It's very interesting because how we see church is when people come together, meet. Church for us is not usually a building. And so from here, we've got smaller groups of people that meet. They pray for each other. We don't per se see it as a specific religion, although we do believe in God, and we believe Jesus is the center point of everything that what we do. And from there, all religions are welcome, all people are welcome, and we really just try and just have a heart to show people that love really conquers all, and to love the person in front of us, and to say, I don't say, you get people in here that will not put their foot in a church building,
Hi.
but they feel welcome here.
Hi.
And that's what we try and create.
I mean, I've been here quite a couple of times and I haven't yet burst into flames, and no one's yet tried to reconvert me. So
I hear you.
it's fantastic. And I mean, in the sense that you always get a welcoming feeling. The ladies that work here are stunning. They are always friendly.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's so rare to just meet genuine people in places nowadays that are not just trying to make a sale. So
Yeah, you see, sales is relationship anyway. I used to be in sales my entire life before I was a pastor.
you're still in sales if you're a pastor.
Yeah, and even with the coffee business, every coffee you give to someone, for me it's a gift, but it's actually a sale that you've just done. But if it comes from relation, people will come back to you, and that's what we try and create here. Usually on a weekday morning, I think there's about 7 to 14 guys that comes here, that this has just become their place where they have coffee and go from there. And some of them have brought their wives now. The wives want to see, where do you meet in the mornings? And now the wives are starting to become part
Were
of
they
it.
surprised when they walked in and they're like, but where's the strippers? Why is my husband out the whole time?
Yeah, I know. So it's a safe space for the wives to send their husbands, They don't get up to mischief and things like that. So it's really cool.
Now, tell me quickly, gathering the fact that, it is essentially a community space and you do so good for the community. If people want to get involved, what should they do? Who can they contact? Where can they go?
I think there's different ways of getting involved. I had a guy the other day that asked me, what do I do when you want to feed the people? Obviously, it costs money. So financially, it always helps to pay it forward so that we can keep on feeding the people, because that's something we do daily. It's difficult because some people, most of them work. So I say, why don't you come and start giving out food to the homeless? It's not like there's queues of homeless people coming, but we look at the people, the dustbin engineers that takes the plastic bottles out. When they walk past, my staff stops them and take them something, especially on Thursdays, because this is the area. Thursdays is the area where they go and collect quite a bit. So I say to people, if you want to get involved, ask how can you donate, give of your time, because sometimes there's people that you can come and just give food to. So there are ways like that. And then also we work with a non-profit called Brave to Love that fights
Brave to Love.
Brave to Love. Yeah, they fight human trafficking. So if people want to donate to that, the girls they rescue needs clothing, they need lady things. And I give, people give stuff so that we can give that to them. And
So
get
if
in
people
contact
basically
with
want
them
to
too.
support you in that mission, they can just come here to Wild Cactus, ask the guys, how can I get involved? Who can I give stuff to?
Yeah, volunteer, or to get my number from the website and ask from there, because I've got people that say they want to bring people, but they can't bring them here.
Yeah.
So I get them in contact with the right people to help. And some people want to give of their time, let's say for the Brave to Love people, to go and volunteer there. And then they see if the people are legit to be able to work with the trafficked people, and then give them opportunity to go and volunteer there too.
Now,
Yeah.
you being so involved in the human trafficking side, that's something that, people tend to turn a bit of a blind eye to, because it's uncomfortable to realize that that's not just stuff that happens elsewhere. That happens in Pretoria. That happens in the suburbs that people get
That's
stolen.
a scary thought. It was in Marula Media's news last year, where there was a house just close to here where 3 girls was rescued. That's not so in this Garsfontein area that happened. So you can go and read about that in the news.
And it's
So
easy to ignore if it's someone else living in a different country, but when you realize it could be
when
your
it's on
neighbor,
your-
your daughter,
yeah.
you, it's.
Yeah,
I
then
mean, I'm
it's-
not
then
going to
it's
get
close.
stolen. Let's be honest. I'm too heavy to carry.
Yeah, I don't know. Eh?
Unless they pay per
It depends
kilo.
on the demand. So that's usually the thing when it comes to human trafficking. It's the demand. What's the demands like? So there's not an age or gender actually. They can take whoever. So it's quite interesting when you start looking at those things. So I don't go and rescue the girls. I don't do anything like that. I just run and used my running to create an awareness on my social media that is happening. And so because I cannot get that thick and involved in it.
When you
So I
say
leave
run,
that-
you mean the run?
Yeah, I
or-
run marathons, trail running, and not so much marathons, more trails, ultra trails. And in that, when we run, we take banners, and in our social media, while we're running, we say, this is what I'm doing to create an awareness. What are you doing? That people can get involved. They can fund us to go, because when we go and run, we've got the clothing on to say we're doing it for a non-profit called Brave to Love. But we need funding to get to the places. We need funding to enter the races. Some of the races, a lot of them have given us free entries now, things like that. So that's been doing well. So all of that comes out of this little coffee shop.
That is very cool. And I mean, just thanks so much for sitting down with me for 5 minutes.
Thanks for allowing us
really
to say
appreciate
this is our coffee shop.
I mean, your coffee's good, just saying.
Thank you so much.
I think you use a local supplier as well. Just give
Yeah,
them
so
a
the
shout out.
suppliers, yes, Gegrond Coffee. You can get them online. That's the guys who supplies us. It's brothers that's got a coffee roasting business. They won Coffee Roasting of the Year. They're really great coffee, well priced, and you can get them online. Yeah.
Well, there you have
Gegrond.
it. You know, for good coffee, good cakes, good vibes, and good people, just come over to support a good cause. Wild Cactus Café, Jacqueline Avenue, Garsfontein. Make
Thanks,
a plan.
Christo. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
And yeah, he neglected to mention one thing. How you can support them is simply just come and have a coffee. You know, just support the business side of things, and they will take care of the rest.
Cool. Thanks.
Boss 8. Thanks, man.
Boss 8.
I don't know, that's not my ending tagline. It will never be my ending tagline.
Is dit wat jy sê? Baas
Glad
8.
nie, glad nie.
Oh, dit was goed. Ek het dit geluid.
Thank you for listening to this Baascast, and thank you so much Audio Torch for sponsoring the camera gear.